Hello traders, this is Jeff. Today is August 2nd, 2024. It's Friday. We are looking at a daily chart of the VIX, the fear index. And the markets have been pretty scary this week. We had a Fed announcement on July 31st, and the next couple of days we've had some pretty rough sailing, pretty hard sell-offs. Let's zoom in on this a little bit here. Look at today's action in the VIX. From a low of 20.01 to a high of 29.66. Now that's the highest it's been for a while. Let's zoom back out here. So on my charts, this is just about 1 year of data. So we're just about at yearly highs for the VIX. Let's take a look. Let's expand this out and go to a weekly chart, which will jump back 3 years. So look how every so often the VIX just spikes up and then it comes crashing down. Spikes up, come crashing down. Let's actually bring in a monthly if we can. And we'll look at the COVID spike. Okay, well, I'm going to pause this a second. Okay, here we go. Monthly. And we'll go out 5 years. Okay, so here, this is the COVID spike where we got up to 85.47, and every one of these candles, of course, is a month. But look what happened the next month. I mean, the VIX was still high, but we were down from 85 down to 34. So anyway, this is kind of based on what comes up will come down. And I got the idea for this trade from a good friend of mine named Dan. And I want to give him a shout out real quick. This is a video that he did recently. He calls it the Isaac Newton trade. And I watched this video, and he's talking about the relationship between the VIX and the inverse, the SVIX. And it got me to thinking I could put my own little spin on this. So, Dan, I thank you very much for the idea for this. Let's go ahead and click on the channel here. Let me get it all in here. This is Dan's YouTube channel. I'm going to leave a link to that in the description. Here's his website. You might want to check it out. A lot of great information there. So anyway, what Dan was talking about in that video, and I'm not going to go into the detail because he did a great job in his video, and I'm just going to be rambling. But Dan was talking that when the VIX would spike up, would be a good time to pick up some shares of the SVIX. So now we've got a daily chart up of the SVIX, and when volatility was low back in July, mid-July, the SVIX topped out around 51.50. What did the VIX look like up there? I think we were probably right around in here. Actually, why don't we make a double screen of this? Hold on. Okay, here we go. We've got the VIX on the left and the SVIX on the right. I'm using a 5-minute chart, so let's bring in a daily. Okay, so we've got the VIX on the left and the SVIX on the right. Now look how much the VIX spiked today, and look what the SVIX has done. It's just tanked. Now let's actually make this bigger because I want to bring in the more time frame on the SVIX. Or maybe we could just do this. Yeah. So we're going out about a year now, and we are basically at multi-month lows down here around 29.5, wherever it sunk to today. I guess we've been down to 29.76 has been the low, but the low in the past 12 months has been down 22.59. So anyway, my spin on this trade would be to run the wheel on it or to sell puts. So let's take a look at what I've done today, because I've actually established a position. I didn't get these trades in live, and I apologize for that. I had some other things going on, and I just didn't get them recorded. So by selling a cash secured put, that's the first step of doing the wheel strategy. You're selling a cash secured put at a specific strike price by a specific date and time. And if the underlying closes at or underneath that strike price, you're going to be assigned shares. If it closes over that, then your option is going to expire worthless. Well, look at the implied volatility for the options that expire today and the options that expire next week. I don't know a history of these, but that looks to be very high to me. The expected move is plus or minus $5. I expect the VIX to calm down. I expect the SVIX to come back up in price. So what I actually did is I went out to August 9th, and when the VIX was around this price, I was actually looking to sell a $30 cash secured put. And I want to change this around so we can get rid of some information. Okay. I was looking to sell the 30 put, thinking I would take shares at 30, but if I'm going to take shares at 30, I want to get paid for it. So you can see that the bid-ask spread is 135 by 250. One thing I've noted about these things is they're very spready. There's been 2,813 contracts traded today. The low was 55 cents, the high was $3. Well, I actually sold one earlier, and I got filled, and I got mine sold for $2. So I took in $200 worth of premium. Okay, I got filled at 10:38 in the morning market time. I'm on Central Time, so I would have got filled around 9:38 in the morning. So looking at a 5-minute chart, I was filled around, probably on this spike down here. Yeah, I would say so, because the text alert said the price of the SVIX was $30.80 when I got filled. So later on in the day, I got to looking at the chain again, and I was looking at the 25 strike, and they were spready. I think they were like 70 cents by $1.50, something like that. So I started putting out orders. I actually routed an order for $1, and that order sat there for a good half hour or so, but I got filled. So I'll bring this in. So you can see I've got a position here at 25, and I've got a position here at 30. And that was filled when the SVIX was trading 31.85, and that would have filled, oh, what time was that? That was about 12:30 or so my time. I think that was probably right around in this area here. So my spin on this is I sell the cash secured puts, and I'm willing to be assigned. Now, if I get assigned, I would have either 100 shares at $30, or I would have 200 shares with an average cost of $27.50. If assigned, then I'm going to look to sell covered calls against my position. And that would, of course, be going out to August 16th expiry. Who knows if I'll get assigned or not. I could, I might not. I have a feeling if I get assigned, it would be at 30. I really don't see these 25s getting assigned. But if I do get assigned, I will make an additional video and we'll sell some covered calls on either 1 or 200 shares. So anyhow, that's all for this one, and I just wanted to make this and show you what I'm doing here, how I'm playing this. This is just kind of Jeff's spin on this. And again, check out my buddy Dan's website and YouTube channel. There's a lot of great videos, a lot of great information there. And if you enjoy my content, I would appreciate it if you'd like the video and maybe subscribe to the channel. Until next time, great trading, everyone.